Welcome to this PowerPoint presentation on Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurological disease that kills nerve cells or neurons in the brain. It is a type of dementia. Dementia is a general term that describes a group of symptoms such as loss of memory, judgment, language, complex motor skills, and other cognitive function caused by permanent damage to neurons. Effects of Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease affects the brain and the nervous system. The effects of Alzheimer's disease on the brain. Alzheimer's disease directly affects the brain by causing death of neurons, by causing the brain to shrink and fluid-filled ventricles to become larger, by causing plaques and tangles to form in the brain. In the early stages, most of the damage is in the hippocampus, where memories are stored. As the disease progresses, the damage spreads throughout the cortex. Plaques are abnormal clusters of protein fragments that build up between neurons. Tangles are twisted strands of tau protein. The plaques and tangles cause cell death and loss of synapses. Synapses are structures that carry electrical impulses between cells. The effects of Alzheimer's disease on the nervous system. The nervous system coordinates all of the organ systems in the body and is involved in nearly every function of the body. Signals are sent to the brain where they are processed, and a response is initiated. When a person has Alzheimer's disease, there is loss of neurons and synapses, and this communication is interrupted. Nervous system functions affected by Alzheimer's disease are memory, planning, thinking and learning, spatial relation, speech and understanding speech, motor functions, and bowel and bladder control. Signs and symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. In the earliest stages of Alzheimer's disease, no symptoms are present. Typically, the first symptom is short-term memory loss and some loss of the ability to make new memories. This stage is sometimes called mild cognitive impairment, and it is usually subtle enough to be mistaken with normal memory loss that can come with aging. As the disease progresses into mild Alzheimer's, the individual will experience more significant memory loss and begin to have trouble with complex everyday tasks. They may wander, become confused, and repeat questions. They may begin to have problems with speech and understanding words. In moderate Alzheimer's disease, the individual will begin to have difficulty recognizing family members and other people they know. They may hallucinate and become paranoid. They may experience drastic changes in mood and personality. They may have poor judgment. Their perception of space around them will decline. Earlier symptoms like memory loss and confusion will worsen. As the disease progresses into severe Alzheimer's, the individual will have a greatly decreased vocabulary and ability to communicate. Memory loss becomes quite severe at this stage. They will become totally dependent on caregivers for all activities of daily living. They will likely experience incontinence, and eventually, Alzheimer's disease results in death. Consequences of Alzheimer's disease include a gradual loss of abilities and independence, and dependence on caregivers and family members. Emotional and physical exhaustion for family members. Expense of long-term care facilities or hiring caregivers. And as I mentioned earlier, death. Alzheimer's disease is the 6th leading cause of death in America. Causes of Alzheimer's disease. No exact cause of Alzheimer's disease has been found. Researchers believe a combination of multiple risk factors may lead to developing Alzheimer's disease. Currently identified risk factors include age. After age 65, the risk for Alzheimer's disease doubles every 5 years. After age 85, the risk is almost 50%. Family history, and the presence of certain genes. Other possible risk factors being researched include obesity and a family history of Parkinson's disease. Some research suggests that women may also be more likely to have Alzheimer's disease. Treatment. Researchers are working to find a drug that will cure or slow down Alzheimer's disease. There are 5 drugs currently approved by the FDA to treat Alzheimer's symptoms. Donepezil, or Aricept, and rivastigmine, or Exelon, are approved for all stages. Galimantine, or Razidine, is approved for mild to moderate Alzheimer's disease. Memantine, or Namenda, and a combination of donepezil and memantine, or Namzaric, are approved for moderate to severe Alzheimer's disease. These drugs may help maintain memory and other cognitive functions, but only for a limited time. They do not cure or reverse Alzheimer's disease. They do not work for everyone suffering from Alzheimer's disease. Doctors may also prescribe other medications to treat specific symptoms like anxiety or sleeplessness. Prevention. Research is still being done to determine whether or not Alzheimer's disease is preventable. It may be possible, however, to reduce the risk factors with some healthy habits. One study showed that a group of middle-aged people that increased their physical activity greatly reduced their risk for Alzheimer's and dementia. Healthy eating, learning new things, and being socially active may also help reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease. Thank you very much for watching my presentation on Alzheimer's disease.